This episode of Marijuana Today Daily is brought to you by our friends over at Ease, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. Ease is very happy to now be active in the city of Los Angeles. So if you live in LA and want top quality legal marijuana products delivered right to your door, you're just a few clicks away. Just open up ease.com, spelled E-A-Z-E, to place an order for delivery. Ease spends a lot of time and effort on making sure that both they and their partner dispensaries are fully compliant with all of California's relevant cannabis rules and regulations, which translates to a more satisfying buying experience for their customers and higher standards of quality control that results in better quality products. Put the power of Ease to work by opening up ease.com to first see if your part of California is allowing for delivery and if Ease is active there. And then if it's green on both counts, you could be just minutes from getting your order in. That's ease.com for all your legal California marijuana delivery. Big thanks to everyone over at Ease for the support. Good morning, Marijuana Nation. It's Wednesday, April 25th, 2018, and you're tuned in to episode 476 of Marijuana Today Daily. I'm your host, Shay Gunther, and I'll be walking you through today's marijuana news and headlines. As always, we have a full and busy day of cannabis news in our hands, so let's jump right into it. Our top story of the day starts us out in Colorado, where yesterday the state Senate approved unanimously a bill that would free up mile-high doctors to prescribe CBD medicines that gain approval from the FDA. Right now, there are no FDA-approved CBD medicines, but as I've reported on recently, UK-based GW Pharmaceuticals is just weeks away from receiving official FDA approval for its newly developed epilepsy drug Epidiolex, which is derived entirely from cannabis. Colorado's House Bill 1187 would exclude any drug approved by the FDA from being categorized as marijuana, which would allow doctors to write actual prescriptions for the drug rather than make recommendations, as is required for conventional medical cannabis. Most importantly, from an industry point of view, the bill does not ban non-FDA CBD products, as it originally seemed to do, which many industry experts saw as a way for GW Pharma to box out competition. Open up the Cannabist for more on this one. Green Market Report picked up on two recently announced mergers in California's legal marijuana industry as signs of a heated acquisitions market. Canada-based Greenleaf Holdings say they will pay $1.25 million in cash and $500,000 in stock for a Northern California cannabis dispensary, with a total of $8 million more available in future payouts if the shop hits certain revenue goals. The other transaction covered in Green Market Report's report is an acquisition of a staffing company focused on the legal cannabis industry by an LA-based cannabis investment fund. This is obviously a hot issue that we'll keep a sharp eye on. Rounding out today's top headlines is a story out of the north, with Health Canada saying that it would be open to the idea of distributing legal medical marijuana through traditional pharmacies. Right now, medical marijuana patients in Canada can only get their medicine by visiting dispensaries directly or via certified mail. So a plan allowing pharmacies to carry medical cannabis would hugely boost its access and availability. As Marijuana Business Daily has it, though, there's a lot of hoops that would need to be jumped through first before any such plan could be implemented. Another good story to open up in full and an issue to have a strong handle on. Those are our top stories for today. It's time for Marijuana Today Daily Headlines Blitz. Before we blitz out on headlines, let's quickly thank our sponsor, Ease, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. Ease's big news this week is their newly launched service in Los Angeles. Right now, if you live in LA, you can benefit from the fast and easy delivery offered up by Ease and their network of partner dispensaries. When you fire up ease.com, you'll find a wide array of fully tested and properly labeled and packaged legal cannabis goods, all available for delivery, assuming you live where Ease is active and you're placing your order at a time of day allowed by local law. One last time, that's ease.com with Ease spelled E-A-Z-E. And don't forget, ease.com/blog is a great place to go to find all the helpful industry insight and analysis developed by the Ease team using their properly aggregated and anonymized sales data stream. That's ease.com and ease.com/blog. All right, time for the Blitz. Denver Westword has a good story up looking at a prohibitionist-leaning piece CNN recently produced about Colorado's legal marijuana industry. In the CNN story, the network led off by featuring a Colorado sheriff who's been both vocal in opposing legal marijuana as well as active in trying to stop its progression. That sheriff is then allowed to throw around all kinds of false and misleading statistics about marijuana and violent crime that just doesn't cotton with reality. Not a bad story to open up, if only to grab a little ammunition against the latest prohibitionist talking points. The National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws, also known as NORML, recently released a detailed set of report cards for the nation's 50 governors in terms of progressive marijuana policy reform. Those rankings, picked up by Vice, give each state's executive a school grade letter along with details on how they landed at their given grade. Towards the top of the list are Oregon Governor Kate Brown and New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, while the bottom of the list is infested with the likes of Maine Governor Paul LePage and Butch Otter of Idaho. Click over to see where your own gubernator falls. Swinging down to Florida for a headline, we have another change in heart from a politician over the issue of legalized marijuana. Former Clinton-era Health and Human Services Secretary Donna Shalala is running for a seat in the U.S. Congress out of Florida, and on Friday announced her support for decriminalizing marijuana. This is a big evolution from her cannabis stance when she served in the cabinet of President Bill Clinton, as she was loudly opposed to legalization. At one point saying, quote, "Marijuana is dangerous, it's illegal, and it's wrong," unquote. Welcome to the right side of the history books, Miss Shalala. Leafly has a good longer form story up looking at the phenomenon of YouTube accounts focusing on cannabis losing their rights to publish to the platform. Leafly's Trisha Romano picked up on the story of a large number of marijuana-related YouTube accounts going dark over the past month. This story is wrapped up in a larger one about social media and marijuana and is probably not a bad one to have a good grip on. Some sales numbers are starting to roll in from last week's 420 holiday, and it looks like things were good for marijuana retailers during the industry's highest of holidays. Retail platform FlowHub said that this year's 420 sales were 30% higher than last year's and just over 50% up from any normal retail day. The wildfires that struck California over the last year or so have highlighted one of the unique challenges faced by legal marijuana business owners in the lack of available insurance coverage. Nearly every cannabis cultivator in the state who saw their crops destroyed by fires or smoke realized a total loss on their endeavor, as commercial business insurance for legal cannabis isn't really a thing. That's starting to change with a few outlying insurance companies offering limited coverage for legal cannabis, but California Insurance Commissioner Dave Jones would like to see that process sped up. Commissioner Jones wrote a formal letter this week to the state's insurance companies asking that they offer services to adequately cover legal marijuana businesses. And finally for today, Kyle Yeager, one of Tom Angel's new writers over at Marijuana Moments, and congrats on that to you, Tom, picked up on an interesting story about pharmaceutical company Insys Therapeutics, which helped introduce the world to the dangerous and highly addictive painkiller fentanyl. Insys Therapeutics is also known within the legal marijuana industry as the company that spent $500,000 killing off adult use marijuana legalization in Arizona because it wanted to protect the market for its own synthetic marijuana drug. Kyle's story dives into efforts by Insys to block the release of competing synthetic marijuana drugs through petitioning the FDA. Efforts that thankfully have reportedly failed. Pop over to Kyle's piece on Marijuana Moment for all the details on this one. Those are the headlines and news for the day. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning with another information-packed episode of Marijuana Today Daily. But in the meantime, if you have any stories to share or feedback to give, zip us an email to headlines@mjtodaydaily.com. And while you're clicking around the interwebs, swing over to our Twitter account at MJTodayDaily and visit our website at mjtodaydaily.com to find links to all the news we cover. Thanks to our sponsor, Ease, and to all of our awesome patron listeners for the support that makes this show possible. To join the illustrious ranks of the patron listeners yourself, swing on over to our website at mjtodaydaily.com and click on that big blue button at the top of the page that says Become a Patron. I'm your host, Shay Gunther. Thanks for tuning in and starting your day with marijuana today.
One take, Shay. One take.